Hey guys, it's Eric with another episode of Enchanted Minds. Today we're doing our tanking series featuring Castle Never. So this is a video how to tank Castle Never. And these guys hit very hard as opposed to the other dungeons in the same item level range. So typically, if you're a DPS character, you're probably not going to want to come in here with too low of a gear score. Tanking, it can be done at lower gear score like you're going to see me do. I'm not even 9,000 gear level on this character, guys. So I will show you the ropes, show you how it's done.
What have you fools done with the phylactery?
We've got a cutscene here, we can't skip through it.
More of Neverwinter's lackeys.
And it does let us mount back up so we can run to the door. So it's pretty straightforward, guys. Tanking, it's a standard tank and spank dungeon. However, when we get to the final boss, Orcus, you're gonna see that he hits very, very hard, and that's where it becomes difficult to tank at lower level. Here we'll have enemies spawning from both sides. And you can see there's a lich just on the other side. We can't reach him. Just over here, he does cast some spells. Some AoE, so we watch out for that as well. Do my best to turn these guys around. But it can get tricky since they're coming from both sides. Alright, so here guys, each character takes a portal. Typically, the cleric and the tank will go together because we deal less damage. I'm not sure where the cleric's at. I think he just went ahead and took one, as did I. So, we'll probably not be finished by the time the DPS, see the DPS, they've already cleared their portals. So one of them will pop in here to come help me. Or maybe they won't. We'll see. But as an 8,000 item level tank, I just don't do very much damage. But there we go. We did get it cleared. You see, one of the DPS did come in to help. We got it just before he got there. Yeah, the DPS and the cleric must be pretty high gear score. They are doing phenomenal on their own without me there to tank it. So it's quite good, guys. Good group that we've got here. Where is the wizard? He needs a heal. There he is. There you are. And that's one of my favorite things about the paladin tank is his ability to heal. Not only herself, but also the other players in the party. Very nice. But this guy's stuck against the wall, kind of an awkward position. But you see they are able to get back there, get that combat advantage damage. And we're here at the first boss, guys. So Talgoth the Undying. Talgoth the Undying. As the tank, typically we want to stand right here. You can see we're tethered, me and one of the DPS characters. This tether will cause massive damage if we run into one another. So you can see me kind of pulling back away. He's doing the same thing until the tether goes away. It's gone now. I've taken heavy damage. Not good, not good. Another tether's on me. The tethers, guys, is what makes this hard to tank. Because it's pulling me all over the place. I'm sliding around. I've dropped aggro there for a second. But we're back in control now. So I want to get my heroism up, making me immune to the control effects. So I can just stand and tank for a bit. And of course, right when the heroism drops, he puts a tether on me. So be prepared. If you're the tank, he's gonna pick on you consistently. And then the red, guys, it hits somewhat hard, but if you have your shield up, you can see we take it pretty much no problem. Another tether. We've got him right where we want him, guys. Low health, party's all at full health. Not much he can do to stop this beatdown. Oh, you see, he got us there with the tether. And it takes the DPS out. Almost took me out as well. Pushing forward to the Hall of Mirrors. I'm going to try and pull these guys together. There is going to be a giant Valor here spawning shortly. And he hits for pretty good damage. He's someone, as the tank, you definitely want to be aware of. I'm not sure where my party's at. These guys are not taking any damage at all. And there's the Valor. So, I am now going to come over here and spam my taunts. I've got him facing the wall, I've got him facing me. They can get their combat advantage, and we're also focusing his attacks here towards the wall. So that way none of his AoEs can get the rest of the group. His sword attack is an AoE attack, so we want to keep that sword swinging towards the wall. And then he explodes for a decent amount of damage. You can see the wizard went down there. Me and the cleric heal him back up. These guys both have res sickness. I'm going to drop them an altar. And looks like the great weapon fighter still needs to clear his res sickness also. We got him. Dropped an altar there as we run through. Turn him around. Tank and spank, guys. Tank and spank. And they have that tether. See, it took out 2 people on that one. So, gotta watch those tethers. And pretty much every time the tether is involving the tank so far, it seems. Moving right along. And the tether, this time I've got my shield up. So even if it does hit, it's not going to hurt us. With the tether, it's all about identifying that it's there. If you're close together and they get you, there's not much you can do about it. But if you can see it, you can pop your shield up and it will protect your allies. You see the Great Weapon Fighter has res sickness again. I dropped a portable altar for him. Get that cleared up. So now we're going into the charged Death Sphere phase. Basically, this is going to be on the DPS characters. Deal as much damage as they can. They gotta stop these zombies from getting to the sphere. If a certain number of them get to the sphere, then it will explode and deal massive damage to all of us. That is not gonna happen, I don't believe, on this run. DPS is pretty good. We just need 2 more zombies. Here's one, they killed another, and that is that. Moving right along, guys. We are going to be approaching the second boss. And the second boss is, there's a couple mechanics to be aware of. Mainly there's spikes that will fall. You'll see the room changes and there will be spikes in the new room. Kind of hard to describe, but you'll see it when we get in there. Something to be aware of. Okay, I'm not sure what mind control is doing. There it goes. Scythilar the Illithich. I'm not good at pronouncing his name. Some of you that are more familiar than myself with the lure behind Dungeons and Dragons might be able to give me some tips on how to pronounce his name. I'm nonetheless, guys, it's pretty much a standard tank and spank. I want to keep him facing me. He's got some basic AoE attacks. They do not hit very hard. And then the main thing as the tank, we want to watch for two things. You see the ads just spawned, so I immediately taunt them, and then these spikes. You saw I fell into spikes there for a brief moment. I want to put my shield up to protect the other players and myself from those spikes damaging us. And there's some ads. You see I don't have aggro. Should have it now. And here comes spikes. So I've got my shield up. It's still doing damage, just not nearly as much damage. The ads aggro to me right away. See some red circles. We put the shield up to avoid taking any surprise. Massive damage. Here comes some spikes. I'm gonna go stand by my colleagues there. Get the shield up. And rinse and repeat. There's the ads. We've got the aggro. Oh, I got knocked down there for a moment. We do have the aggro. We'll check for any drops. See the illuminated insignia of leeching. I don't want it. I'm not going to clear my bags to get it. So guys, in this room you want to stay on the wall. You can see we're all kind of hugging the right side of the wall. This is because undead zombies will spawn in the middle if we don't do that. Up here at the corner we switch to the left side. And this is important. If you don't know Castle Never, make sure you're doing this. The rest of your group will get mad at you if you don't. Is you'll spawn just massive amounts of zombies and take up some time. This is one of the longest dungeons in the game, so adding any additional time to it is not appealing, guys. It does have some good drops that drop in here, but in order for this to be effective for your Astral Diamond grind, you need to make sure you're knocking these out quickly, which takes heavy DPS and no mistakes. Which it looks like we've got a group that's doing that. So these green balls, guys, you can see I put my shield up when they hit me. They deal massive damage. In here, guys, this next part is important. As the tank, we have two options. So we're going to bring him to this corner as one option, and I'm only doing that because one of the DPS guys came over here already. I don't have aggro, I need to get it. So we take him to this corner to avoid the green ball that's coming through the room. You can see it now. We're taking them over here so we're not worried about the green ball in any way. Now what I have found to be just as efficient, if not more, is if they would have let me, I could have came in here, grabbed aggro, and then take them in here to the Orcus chamber, where we get the benefits of being next to the fire. We can stand and fight here by the door without the green balls, but either way will work just fine, guys. And we are here at last at the Orcus fight. So guys, this boss hits hard. Something to be aware of. Very aware of. You probably don't want to come in here at lower gear score like I am. But we will tank Orcus. You can skip this cutscene which as the tank you most definitely want to do, or really any characters. It's not much of a cutscene, guys. It just shows you him for a few seconds, so you're not missing much with that cutscene. But what you don't want is to be watching the cutscene while your colleagues are fighting Orcus and possibly dying to Orcus. So he's got his hands in the air, guys. He's gonna clap. I'm gonna drop my shield around these guys. The clap is gonna deal massive damage to everybody in the group. And they need to heal up before he does it again. If you're not at full health when he claps his hands, you will die. Outright. There's just no two ways about it. Unless maybe you're the tank. But any of the DPS characters or the cleric, if you're not at full health when he does that hand clap, you're gonna go down. So I come back, I put my shield on them for a brief moment. And now you see we've got a Death Spear charge phase. So in this phase, just like we saw earlier, we're gonna keep the zombies out of the middle. Otherwise, the spear is going to explode and deal massive damage. Now, these guys, as the tank, you can help a little more than the last group because you can taunt them and pull them off course. The other one, you cannot. They're just going to head straight for it no matter what. But these ones you can. You can pull them off. See that? You turned around just before he got in there. So that is nice to have. Now, he's not looking at me. He is now. He's not good. He's hitting very, very hard, guys. You can't tell because of all the buffs that I have up as the tank. I'm also getting buffs from the cleric. But if he hits one of these DPS, it's not going to be pretty. And here comes the clap. I put my shield up, run back over here, and he's got a tether on the tank and the cleric. Very smart of Orcus to do that. However, he's not going to deter us on our mission to burn him down. Now you see those hit points, guys. He takes some time to burn down, and that's why I said earlier in the video, if you're DPSing, you probably don't want to come here until you're higher gear score. You know, I'd say 11k, 12k is appropriate. If you've got 3 DPS in that range, you'll move at a decent pace. But really, you're going to want to run with at least one 13k plus character to help the burn on this guy. So much hit points. And also, you'll notice with my build, the skills I'm using, if you're familiar with tanking, you can see that I'm not sacrificing any survivability at all. I've got everything maxed out to the brink, specifically for surviving. I do have DPS loadout. This is not the place to use it at my gear score. Remember, guys, Xyla Dustbringer's only, he's in the high 8Ks, I think. We'll see. He is 8.8. So at this gear score, you do not want to flirt with any DPS skills. You just want to tank. So I like to use Circle of Power, Binding Oath, Templar's Wrath, and then for my dailies, guys, I run Heroism, Lay on Hands, and Heroism is basically a third overshield. You know you've got Templar's Wrath, you've got the Binding Oath, the Heroism, guys, is going to give me another full set of hit points. And you see that was horrible timing on my end. I almost got the DPS characters killed. So Orcus, standard tank and spank, You just want to be aware of the different phases that he has. Be aware of the hand clap, guys. And be aware of the fact that he has massive amounts of hit points. Oh, these balls. I'm glad that these spawned before we killed them, guys. So this right here is the most lethal phase that he has. Because those balls deal almost insta-kill you. They're spinning around the entire screen. They force me to move. I'm gonna come over here. This really should, the DPS should get it. So there he is getting it. They do not want me to stop tanking Orchid, but I will. I'm not gonna leave him that behind. So you see, claps again. He's gonna fly up. He's gonna do his thing. Give us the Death Spear charge phase once again. But going back to those balls, guys, those balls are deadly. Now, if you're not the tank, you need to tell the tank that the balls have spawned. Because the tank does want to stand and deliver as long as he can, even with the balls up. But he needs to be aware that the balls are there. So the other characters in the party need to say, you know, balls or spears or however you want to do it. Let the tank know that they're there. And in addition to that, if the other heavy damage that I just took, heavy damage. That's where the lay on hands comes into play. I immediately heal myself back up to full health. Not a problem, guys. So the other thing with those spears, those balls of death. We've lost aggro. Don't know why. Okay, there it is. We got it back. Whew. So the other thing with those spears, guys, the healer and the DPS, when he claps, it's wise if they spread out and kind of run circular. That way, if the spears spawn on top of you guys and kill two of you at the same time, it's pretty much a wipe. You pretty much have to start over, and that's not fun. So that's a tip for you. Now you can see here he's dropped something that we do want to pick up. It's good refinement points. You can refine these for 6,000 astral diamonds. What was the time? 27 minutes, guys. That's not bad. That's what I like to see. We're getting a compliment here from the Warlock. They probably did not think I was going to be able to do it at this gear score, guys, but it's all in the rotation. It's all in the rotation. You guys can do it too. Now you see what I'm doing back here, guys. I came back here to pray. It's an invocation. It gives you this stack. You can see Blessings of the Joaquin. The fifth one down, your monetary gains are increased by 5% for 3 minutes. This stacks up to 3 times. So there's my second stack. And we're gonna get a third stack. So why am I doing this, guys? I'm doing this before I go open the chest, just to give us a little more boost on the drop rate. Is why we do this. And there it is. It's respawned. And now, guys, we're gonna go see what we get. Now, because this is my alt, guys, I believe I do not have a key for the second boss. This is not, or the second chest, but it looks like actually I do. I do, so that's good. I was gonna say, typically, you want to come in here with the ability to open both of them. This right here, another 6,000 astral diamonds I can refine. And then in this second chest, Shattered Ancient Longsword, 6,000 refinement points. You see I'm also getting Demonic Ichor. I'm getting Phareses. So this is good, guys. This is real good. Outside of that, if you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below. I'm very active on the comments, so I will respond to you guys in a timely manner. If you need help on the PS4 platform, let me know. I will help you in-game. Other than that, guys, as always, may the drops be ever in your favor. Eric out.